We're joined with Jacob Tompkins. He's the Managing Director of Waterwise. Thank you very much for speaking to us here at BRFM.
It's a pleasure.
Now, I was wondering if you could tell us, what is Waterwise and how can it help our listeners?
Waterwise is an organisation that's there to help people use water more efficiently, which is basically a long way of saying we help people save water. Amazingly, the UK's got less water per person than a lot of Mediterranean countries. There's a lot of pressure on our water resources. And also, using water in the home and heating water in the home costs people a lot of money. So we're there to help. We're a non-governmental organisation, so a bit like a charity, and we work a lot with water companies. So in your area, Southern Water, and also for some of your listeners a bit further south, Southeast Water as well. So working closely with those water companies, helping people with information and advice and tips on how to save water.
So I was wondering if you could tell us what kind of problems can freezing conditions cause in our listeners' homes?
Well, it's starting to get cold again this year, but I'm sure that everybody remembers last year where it was absolutely freezing. And last year, just the insurance claims, there were 103,000 insurance claims for burst pipes. That cost about £680 million, and the average claim per household is about £7,000. So a burst pipe in your house can be very, very expensive, can cause a load of damage, very inconvenient, takes ages to sort it out, the last thing you want over Christmas. It also means that we lose a lot of water, and what happened in Northern Ireland last year was so much water was lost through burst pipes that water supplies were affected, and they couldn't supply people with water either. So lots and lots of problems, but actually it's a quite easy thing to fix.
So what are you advising people to do to prepare their homes ahead for this sort of cold period that's going to likely come?
So we're working with the local water companies, and what we're advising people is fairly basic stuff. So have a look at your water tank. Is it insulated? I mean, that will save you money also on your hot water tank, but is your cold water tank insulated? Are your pipes lagged, particularly the ones you can see? Are your outside taps lagged? And I must admit that when I was preparing for this radio thing, I realised that I've got an outside tap actually that isn't lagged. And what can happen is the cold can get into that tap effectively and then freeze your pipes from the outside into the house. Minimise drafts. And the other big thing as well, if you're going away over the Christmas period, I know it's expensive to keep the heating on, but it's a lot more expensive if you get a burst pipe. So try and keep the heating on either very, very low or put it on a timer so that it comes on once a day. Because once you get below, say, 3 degrees or something like that, there is a potential of burst pipes. They'll freeze and they'll burst. And it looks as though we're going to be getting into minus figures quite soon. So have a look around your house. Think about the possibility of where this might happen and just take a few small precautions. The other bit as well is, what I have on my fridge, and quite a few other people do, is just a list of who is your insurance company, who's your local water company, where is the stopcock to turn the water off, what's the name of a local plumber. So you've got all those things to hand and you're not sort of shuffling around trying to find pieces of paper while water's pouring on you. So just be prepared, basically.
Now, you mentioned lagging your pipes. How easy is it to do that?
It sounds quite daunting, but it's not. So what there are now are the like sort of foamy polystyrene things with a slit down one side, and you can just basically shove them onto your pipe. So it's like a bit like a tea cosy for a pipe, and it's got a slit on it, and you just push it onto the bits of pipe, and you can cut them with a pair of scissors to the length that the pipe's needed. And basically, I would suggest, have a look in your cupboards, see where there are exposed pipes or under your sink or places like this, and put this lagging on. It will also mean that in the summer, it's easier to get a cold drink of water because your pipes aren't warming up. It means that your hot water stays hotter longer, so it saves you money. But most importantly, it does protect against burst pipes.
So do you have any other tips for our listeners to ensure their homes are winter ready?
There's quite a lot of stuff on our website and on the water company's websites. Have a look at either Southern Water or Southeast Water's website, and have a look at our website where there are specific winter tips, and there's also links to government sites that can provide you with information. And for the coming week, we're giving away four free lagging kits, courtesy of Aqualogic, and we've also got some on a discount there that people can get so that they can actually get hold of these things. But the main thing is just look around your house, see where the drafts are, and make sure you keep your house warm, but do it cheaply. So, you you've got to have the heating on, but drafts, non-insulated areas, and areas where you've got colder rooms can cost you money, both in your heating bills, but also in burst pipes. So just be aware of those. It's all common sense stuff, really.
Now, you mentioned those websites. I was wondering if you could let our listeners know what they are, their addresses.
Right. Best one to look at is ours, which is www.waterwise, so waterwise.org.uk. And for your water company, it's Southern Water. I mean, they're big enough that you just put it in the search engine and Southern Water comes up. And for some of your listeners, maybe further south, off the island, further into Kent, they may be with South East Water.
Jacob, I'd like to thank you very much for speaking to us here at BRFM.
Thanks very much.